And we want to remind fans that this great event would not be possible without our key partners, including Toronto FC, the official founding premier partner of Ontario Soccer, as well as the co-presenting partner for the Ontario Player Development League, the province's youth high-performance league. Their commitment to the game in Ontario is unrivaled. Visit torontofc.com for tickets and more. The Canadian Premier League, on behalf of its Ontario-based member clubs Forge FC, York United FC, and Atletico Ottawa, are also co-presenting partners of the OPDL and premier partners of Ontario Soccer. For updates and more information, please go to canpl.ca. The officiating squad getting their acknowledgement here pre-match, and a nod to the officials. They've done a good job all weekend long. A lot of tough calls to make in the moment and a lot of intense play on the pitch. It's been solid officiating from all the crews. Don't forget, today's OPDL Cup action is fueled by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. We're going to step aside for the playing of Old Canada.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
We are set to conclude the 2025 OPDL Cup, and it all wraps up here with the under 15 boys final between Rush Canada Academy and Aurora FC. We're about to get the opening kickoff underway in this match, and we'll get you all set with the starting 11 and the rosters for both squads. Some players to key in on as the captains will come together for the coin toss. And let's get a look first at the Aurora FC roster. Getting the start in goal today, Caden Pugh, wearing number 1, their keeper. And they've got some skill and some threatening players in both Ciccone and Aquino, so a couple of Aurora players to key in on. Zazhaj, also a threatening, opportunistic player for them. And when we turn to the Rush squad, as we get a look at their starting 11, they'll turn to the goalkeeping skills of Patrick Manley Ramirez, wearing number 18 today between the sticks. But keep an eye out there for number 87, Michael McLaughlin. He starts on the bench right now, but he is a big body and he can certainly have an impact here. So we'll see what prevails between these two squads as they get set to go head-to-head in the final match here at the 2025 OPDL Cup, as we're coming to you live from the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center Stadium Field. A nod to our technical crew. Yaz and everybody behind the scenes do a phenomenal job all weekend long and bearing the heat. Up here in the booth, it's not too bad, and I'm officially dubbing this the Ben Rycroft broadcast booth. I don't think there are naming rights for the booth as of yet, but I guess that's something to be explored in the future. But until then, affectionately, the Ben Rycroft broadcast booth, and our technical crew doing a phenomenal job all weekend long. And we're down to our final match here as Aurora break huddle first, and they'll work right to left across your screen in the yellow kits with black shorts. And they'll kick us off with Chichone standing over top the ball. Again, Pew between the sticks for them. And Manly Ramirez in goal for Rush. Aurora coming out with a 4-man back line. Rush looking like they're going to play 4 at the back as well. And it does look like they are going to start McLaughlin. I mentioned him pre-match. He'll get the start in the starting 11 as the right back. And we're underway here for our final match of the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals. It's the under 15 boys final. We're playing 2 40-minute halves, and should we remain tied at the end of 80, we'll go straight to penalty kicks. Aurora in early possession as it's controlled there by Sazaj. He's under pressure and nearly coughs it up and ends up committing a foul there on the back of Claire. And a early set piece opportunity here for Rush from a very dangerous spot on the pitch inside the opening minute of play. So Zazaj whistled for the foul after he bobbled the initial possession. And now it's Ariane standing over top the ball for Rush. Preparing to take the free kick here in their white kits. A 4-man wall defending here for Aurora. Ariane, right foot into it, and he scores! Oh, what a start! Rafi Ariane in the opening minute. Free kick perfection. And how about that for Rush as they try for back-to-back under 15 boys OPDL Cup Championships. A dream start as he curls it over the wall. The keeper helpless as he watches it curl into the net, and Ariane gets the opening goal for Rush. Unbelievable. Let's see how Aurora respond as they draw a foul there in the center circle. Aquino hauled down. Quick restart as they play it through the back line. Quadra. Controlled here by Hum. Ariane getting the announcement for the goal and a big round of applause from the crowd acknowledging that strike. Nice ball there by Mayo. Aurora bring it into the penalty area and appeals for a call, but nothing doing, as good work there by the aforementioned right back Michael McLaughlin, using that big body without committing a foul. The attacker charging for it was Christian Ciccone, but unable to corral possession nor draw the foul, as McLaughlin will get it back and play with the restart. Teams try for possession, and that is going to be a throw-in for Aurora. As working the far touchline, possession not turned over because a foul called and a free kick here for Aurora FC. So they'll try reset after conceding in the opening minute. And now Aquino getting set to play a ball from the restart towards the penalty area. Good boot into the area, headed away initially. Still danger present. Flicked on with the header and over top the net, as Sazaj, I believe, was the one who got the header. And yes, there you see him, Sazaj, with that attempt. After a good ball played in by Aquino, the initial defensive header from Crandall didn't clear the pressure altogether, which led to that chance for Zazaj. Controlled here through the midfield by Cusack for Rush. Plays that ball ahead as Guerrero runs onto it. Closed down nicely, and a throw in here for Aurora. Controlling is Hazaj, but it's quickly stripped away, and Rush looking for counter opportunities. Ball played there to the goal scorer, Aryan. Pushed ahead and hauled down. Drawing the call is Claire, and it'll be another set piece opportunity for Rush. Further out this time, but still fairly central and within a distance where you could go for target here. Pushing about 30 yards or so, maybe a little more. Short option out wide for the kick taker as Cusack stands over top the ball. Right foot into it. He goes for goal, and this time powers it high and wide. Not by a large margin, but enough certainly to concern the keeper, Pugh, who's conceded without making a save yet in this match. Rush back on possession here. Working it through their back line as they work it over to McLaughlin. He's being pressed quickly, and he has to push the ball up the line here. Aryan unable to secure it, and shielded nicely by Quadra, out for the throw. Hum quickly returned from Mayo. Hum with time looks and surveys what's up the pitch. Keeps it short as Quadra plays it back to Hum. Zazaj, with a man on his back, ends up coughing it up, but the pass from Bassi couldn't find a teammate, and Aurora back in possession, at least for the time being, as pressing there was Rashid, and he nearly came away with it. Nice cover by Zealand Hum as, check that, that's Jason Brown who made the play for Aurora as he bailed out that sloppy effort, and now Aurora trying to turn up the far line on an attack, hauled down, and a free kick awarded after that desperate ditch effort there from the Rush midfielder to contain the attack. Christian Aquino stands over top the ball for the free kick. Aurora put 7 yellow jerseys in and around the penalty area, 6 yellow jerseys, as that's headed on by a defender and right on goal, where Manly Ramirez had to quickly pop off his line to make the save. I believe it was Crandall with the defensive header, and then Manly Ramirez, the keeper, quickly covering that. Aurora trying to build up once again now, as that through ball from Mayo trying to pick out a teammate on the far flank, and unable to track it was Rubinoff, and ultimately out for a goal kick. So certainly shocked for Aurora in terms of conceding off the opening kickoff that they controlled when they committed a foul inside 30 seconds, and off that free kick, a well-struck, beautifully executed kick from Rafi Aryan. Rush took the 1-0 lead inside the opening minute of play. I don't think you could have scripted or predicted that. And now it's on Aurora to try find level ground as they concede a throw in here, and the verbal protestations draw the attention of the match official, who issues a warning, and play will continue with the Rush throw, and corralled here by Cusack. Played back to the center back under pressure as Aurora trying to create a turnover, and they do. Rubinoff trying to work on the defensive challenge of Bassi. McLaughlin there now. Rubinoff, well-timed tackle, but the ball still loose in the penalty area. A half clearance here as now Rush contain it with Rashid, ends up giving it away as Boromand Barsiri making the play for Aurora before they win a throw-in.
Hands off! Watch the jerseys! Get the hands off the players.
Reminder, we're playing two 40-minute halves here in the under 15 boys final. Our sixth and final match at the 2025 OPDL Cup. It's been a pleasure to bring you all the action here on the live stream broadcast over this weekend as the goal scorer Ariane causes a turnover, and now Rush trying to build again with Cusack. He's stripped, and now it's controlled by Aquino. Aquino pulls it back as they make the safe play to Hum. Brown calling for options to check towards him. He plays a long ball ahead, partial block, and then control from Aurora, only temporarily though, as unable to keep it cleanly with Soul. That ball flicked on by the defender, so hustling hard is Kudara to try and make the play, and he shields it out, but that's off his own man and out for a rush throw. So Quadra making a bit of a mental gaffe there where he probably could have saved it, but instead Rush will have a throw in deep in the corner, and they'll give it to the big Michael McLaughlin, who will look to probably send a long throw into the box here if I were to guess. And indeed he does. Almost to the edge of the 6-yard box. A central cross from a throw. There's McLaughlin trying to keep that in, but he can't scamper back, and it's out for an Aurora throw-in. We'll likely have the cooling break at the midway mark of the first half. So about 10 minutes from now, as the heat has been a factor all weekend long here. McLaughlin there with the header, but that's out for a goal kick. And a chance for us to remind you that as the Bank of Soccer, with decades of investing in soccer programming at all levels, BMO is committed to boldly grow the good in business and life by growing our beautiful game. We are honored to work with BMO as lead partner for Ontario Soccer's grassroots empowerment initiatives and newly announced digital platform, My Soccer, powered by BMO, a cutting-edge app and media platform set to revolutionize the soccer experience for players, coaches, officials, fans, and families throughout Ontario. Intensity picking up pitch side as a foul committed, and then cooler heads prevailing after a brief intervention as Aria unable to get around the man. And now Aurora back in possession as Ciccone plays a good ball ahead, and running onto it is Rubinoff. Rubinoff trying to get around McLaughlin. Rubinoff taking it down low, and with the left foot can't generate a shot on target or pull it back enough for a pass to the trailing teammate, and it's out for a goal kick. Well, good defensive coverage in the end from Rush's two men getting back in the form of McLaughlin and Crandall, and it was really that help from Crandall that forced Rubinoff with limited options there. As Aurora trying to get some momentum now and generate opportunities of substance. Keep an eye on Rubinoff as he starts to get involved here. Quadra looking for options from the throw. Ciccone and Rubinoff both there, but neither can get a touch to it, as now it's hammered up the pitch by Crandall. Quadra trying to keep it in, does so, as Rubinoff miscue and lets it roll under his foot, out for a rush throw. McLaughlin, one of the captains here for this rush team, tosses in and unable to keep the ball in play. It's out of the park, and we'll try it again. McLaughlin. Deep throw into the corner, contained here by Clare as he tries to work down to the goal line. Pulls back after contact. Good defending there from Brown. And then Brown gets chopped down, and a free kick for Aurora. So well played there by Jason Brown, as he not only did well defensively to play physical without committing a foul, he then draws a free kick as Aurora restart with some short play. Quadra trying to cut inside, plays the ball ahead, but it's turned over on the step up there by Nikolov. Nikolov trying to shake the man. Zaza staying with him, and then a foul committed almost directly at the center circle midpoint. And Aurora will take it here with Aquino standing over top. Aquino plays the ball ahead after a brief delay, and a nice defensive boot there from Nashat. Otherwise, that could have been a threatening opportunity for Aurora. Playing it ahead with that touch was Cusack, turned over as Aurora back in possession now. Brown taking the space in front of him as he tracks onto the attacking side of half. That pass picked off and controlled now by Claire. He's trying to lead a counterattack. It's a 2-on-4. Claire driving to his right. Wants to get a shot, but he's closed down. Still in possession here, though, although still waiting for support, too. Claire loses it to his numerical counterpart, but draws the foul as whistled there was Zealand Hum for getting too aggressive on the back of Ashton Clare, and now a free kick here for Rush. Rafi Arian stands over top the ball as he'll look to play across in. And some big bodies there for targets. Keep an eye on number 19, Crandall. Is that ball to the back post, but the keeper coming to the edge of his 6 to collect. Good goalkeeping there from Caden Pugh. Rubinoff does well to keep the ball in as he works the line and takes it towards the attacking third, but he's outnumbered right now. Rubinoff, however, does step around the initial defensive challenge, and no call there, and Aurora are not happy after seeing Rush get a few free kicks. They felt hard done by on that challenge on the back of Rubinoff, which came from David Bassi.
Ref, he's exactly 7.
McLaughlin prepares to take the goal kick restart, as that'll track out for an Aurora throw. Quadra wins another quick throw after Nikolov knocks it out. There you get a look at Ivan Nikolov. 17th minute of play, Quadra gets it back in for Aurora. Ciccone trying to pick Zazaj out there, but that time it's broken up, and Brown takes control at midfield, laying that one to the wing where Barumend playing it ahead. Into the attacking third, a quick touch, but that one into the area defended well, although quickly turned over, and Aurora have it back, trying to press an attack, as on it for the chance initially was Mayo, but never could generate anything more than brief possession. Brown, he's being pressed here with speed. Brown has to go back to his keeper as Pugh looks up the pitch, and for now we'll slow it down. Brown controlling as we approach the midway mark of the half and the impending cooling break, as it's controlled here by Eglios Albizazaj. Laying it off, well read now by the defender in Nikolov as he stepped up to break that ball. Quadra. Hum. Quadra. He's closed down. Tries to make a play along the line and wins a throw-in. No, it's a throw for Rush. And Quadra not thrilled about that one, as McLaughlin looks for a long throw up the pitch. And maybe a smart play by McLaughlin there. He just gained about 40 yards of field position, by forcing the defender to head that one out inside the defensive third. And again, we've seen the throws from McLaughlin. This could be a cross if he wants, but he keeps it short as it's contained here by Cusack. Low cross into the area, trying to turn with it and make a play is Rashid. Laying it off, Aurora botched the clearance as Arian whips the cross back into the area, however under the foot of Guerrero, and now Aurora cleared up the pitch, and now Ciccone could have a counterattack here. Oh, as he's hauled down, and that's got to be a caution here And it is a caution. A good call, some calls for a red, but no chance. There was at least one man back. Have a look at the replay here. You can see in the middle of the screen, Benjamin Crandall further back, but absolutely a yellow card rightfully issued there to Ivan Nikolov in the 19th minute. You can call it a professional foul if you like, because he knew he had no play other than to take down the speedy Rubinov, who was about to break free. Actually, check, that was Ciccone who had slipped free and created that opportunity. And a good sight there for Aurora, that Christian Ciccone able to pop back up and continue on here. So Ciccone stands over top the ball for the free kick. And a chance now for Aurora to potentially level this match as a three-man wall defends the kick. Ciccone puts it through the wall and on target. A bit of a bobble there from Patrick Manley Ramirez, but he quickly secures it before anything more can come of it. And Manley Ramirez plays it out with the drop kick. Aerial challenge, Rush attempting to get possession, but nice job by Cuadra to win it, and now he's got it up the line. Working here with Ciccone. Good tackle as coming back was Bassi to make that attempt. And now Bassi gets through a couple of tacklers before playing a heavy ball out to the far line, and that's out for an Aurora throw. And I think with that, we're going to get the cooling break here. So we'll step aside for a brief break as the teams get some hydration, and through 20 minutes of play in the under 15 boys 2025 OPDL Cup final, it's Rush Canada 1, Aurora FC 0. All right, soccer fans, let's get you back to the action on the pitch as we resume here in the boys under 15 OPDL Cup final between Rush and Aurora. And Aurora working up here with a throw. Aurora tossed the ball in here and work into the attacking third as they try draw a ball into the penalty area, but well defended. And as we resume from the cooling break, it's Rush Canada 1, Aurora FC 0. Aurora in possession here though with Cuadra on the ball as Cuadra plays it out wide for Rubinov. Rubinov trying to dance around the defender, and he does so, getting past McLaughlin. Rubinov into the penalty area, tries to draw the cross. Initially blocked, now controlled here by Zazaj. Zazaj with the defender on his back. Tried to drop it, and going down in a heap was Mayo. A long shot attempt, And that tracks wide as Barum Barsiri let it go. But never really threatened the keeper, Manly Ramirez. As let's get a look at the replay here. And there you can see that long shot attempt after Barum Barsiri took it down from his chest to his right foot. Not a bad attempt, but just lacking the quality to truly test. Aurora, however, caused a turnover, and they've got it back here with Rubinov. Rubinov into the penalty area, tried to draw the pass into the middle for Ciccone, and it got broken up. Maybe want to see Rubinov have a go there. Cuadra with a great flick on to keep the pressure here alive for Aurora. Rubinov coughing it up, but winning a throw-in in the process, and in the 25th minute, Aurora continue to look for level ground. Cuadra tosses in. Controlled initially by Zazaj before Cuadra plays it back into the penalty area, and off his line, Manly Ramirez comes to collect. He'll slow things down before kicking it out as the ball well across half, and now Brown will play it back to his keeper, Pugh. Brown taking the space in front of him, and now drawing the ball over here to Zazaj. Rush preparing to make a couple of substitutions, but here goes Rubinov up the wing, taking on McLaughlin. Draws back now for Ciccone. Ciccone into the area, tried to pick out Zazaj with the touch, but broken up, and Bassi hammers that up the pitch as it's off of Hum and out for a rush throw-in. But it doesn't look like they'll make the substitution yet. Final 15 minutes of the first half, and off an opening minute goal from a set piece strike from Rafi Arian. Rush Canada lead this match 1-0 as you're tuned into the Under 15 Boys 2025 OPDL Cup Final. You can relive all the action through the Match Center page on OntarioSoccer.net. Check it out for the live stream archive and, of course, match recaps and match highlights. Ball turned over as Brown takes control here for Aurora, looking to march them up the pitch. Brown playing it out wide as running onto it is Barum Barsiri. That ball, attempting to corral it, was Kazemi, and now a foul and a free kick awarded to Aurora right on the edge of the penalty area. Ciccone pleading for a penalty. Have a look at the replay. No doubt about it, the foul outside the area, but certainly a foul as Nikolov, who's already got a caution here, chops Ciccone down, and now Aurora with a real high quality set piece opportunity right on the edge of the penalty area. Before the free kick is taken, though, we'll get the substitutions for Rush Academy, as Rush Canada will bring in 2 players, including Omar Akel, and for now the goal scorer Rafi Arian will come out of this match. And also coming in will be Santiago Bravo, as it looks like Bravo will replace Nikolov, who on that caution and just committing that foul moments ago for strategic purposes from a coach's perspective, taken out of the match here to let things cool down a little bit. Let's see what Aurora can do with this free kick opportunity. Ciccone over top the ball, fakes it. And there's the shot attempt, as letting it fly was Aquino. Didn't miss by a lot. A little trickery as Aquino puts the left foot through it, and there you can see on the replay it was a very slim margin, as I don't think the keeper would have gotten to that, but Aquino just unable to put it on target. Let's see what Aurora can do as Rubinov being held and hauled down. And Bravo freshly into the match committing the foul. Approaching the final 10 minutes of the first half as Quadra takes control. Lays it off to Zazaj. Slips as he tries to play the ball through. Brown takes it down midair, but this could be a chance in transition now for Rush as that ball played ahead off the foot of Rashid. Quick touch there from Claire, but no one in white able to get to it as the keeper Pugh clears the danger. Rush getting set to make another substitution as Quadra drops that back for Hum. Hum looking for options up the line, ricochets around before Quadra takes possession. Zazaj. He gets closed down there by Bassi, who's had a strong match for Rush in the midfield, and then Bassi gets fouled as coming in with the clattering challenge was Mayo. Jack White prepares to come into this game. As a quick restart here from Rush, they try to catch Aurora sleeping with Guerrero on the ball deep in the far corner. Guerrero trying to hold possession, loses it, tries to wrestle it back and hauls his man down, and he's going to receive more than just the whistle, a caution to boot, as Mason Guerrero receiving the yellow card in the 30th minute. The biggest soccer event in the world is coming to our country and province in 2026, and we want you to be a part of it. With BMO as the title partner, Generation 26 is a bold initiative designed to bring the game to every corner of Ontario with a full calendar of events and initiatives through the summer of 2026 and beyond. Learn more at ontariosoccer.net/Gen26. Aurora trying to press forward with Zazaj on the ball, but the pass blocked. Quadra ahead here for Ciccone. He makes the pass for Rubinoff to run onto. Rubinoff, heavy first touch and ultimately out for a goal kick. So we'll get the substitution here now for Rush Canada, as it'll be Ashton Clare coming out of the match and Jack White replacing him for the time being. From the goal kick restart, Rush have possession with Bassi, but his long ball knocked back by Barumand Bardsiri. Bassi controlled here now by the freshly substituted White, but unable to advance it much further. Cusack. An Aurora player dropping to the turf there in Aquino, but nothing doing, and Rush have it now with Rashid on it. A quick touch as they try to work it out wide, but too far for the runner and out for an Aurora throw-in. As Aurora prepare to make their first substitutions in this game. It's going to be Moscato and Mosavat coming in here. As they'll look to provide a spark and potentially an equalizer for Aurora, trailing here in the late stages of the first half, under 8 minutes of match time plus any added time to play in the under 15 boys 2025 OPDL Cup final. Here go Rush once again, drawing it back, controlled by Cusack. Top of the box now as they try generate a shooting lane, nothing doing there for Rashid, and then his pass picked off. Aquino looking to lead a counterattack here for Aurora. He's quickly tracked back by White, who did a good job to press him, and now Ciccone holding it with pressure on his back. That pass off the mark turned over, and now Rush have possession. Bassi playing that ahead for White. White's touch closed down by Brown. As Brown gets hauled down by Bassi. White there as well. It actually may have been White that caught Brown. And now we'll get the substitution here. So Moscato will take off Zazaj, and it's going to be Quadra coming out for Mosavat. And we'll see if those two Aurora changes can provide an impact in the final minutes of this first half. Brown. Hum. Space, so he takes it before playing a ball up that's broken up by Bravo. Bassi, his outlet pass too far for Akel and out for an Aurora throw. Mosavat tosses in for Rubinoff, and that's out for a rush throw. Bravo preparing to take the toss, gets it in, and battling for it is Rashid. Turned over as Mayo trying to come away with it, but he can't do so successfully. Here goes Rashid for rush. Gets around Brown, plays a good ball ahead, but the defender tracking back to break it up, and Brown subsequently plays it to his keeper. Great job by the freshly inserted Mateo Moscato to get back and break up that through ball attempt. Ciccone trying to run onto that loose ball. McLaughlin going shoulder to shoulder with him, inviting the contact. And then Mosavat unable to control the loose ball, which could have provided subsequent pressure, but Aurora can't capitalize. Over on the far flank, controlled there by Nashat. Nashat unable to work the far flank, so they'll let it roll to Crandall. And now McLaughlin. Bravo, that went across the line and out for an Aurora throw-in. And a bit of a mistake there from Rush. Let's see if Aurora can find a way to build off that. Mosavat. Tosses in as controlling possession was Sol. Sol, right-footed attempt, and oh, that just kept going. Had that dipped, oh, look out. But Manly Ramirez able to shadow that one over the bar and out for a goal kick. Great effort from distance there by Evan Sol. Well, he's certainly put them on notice now with that attempt. He's got the range to go for it. And that's with the wind blowing in his face. Sol there with the aerial header. But they can't retain possession initially. Now it's controlled by Burarumand Bardsiri before it makes its way over to Hum. Akel. Pressure on his back, and Sol comes up with it. Tells his teammate to make the run. Rubinoff starts to go. A big handful of jersey there. And that could be, but it'll just be a free kick on the foul to Akel. He's lucky, nothing more there. Could have been a potential caution as Rubinoff has been fouled a number of times now. And a couple of fouls with big chunks of that yellow jersey hauling him back. Hum. Ooh, poorly taken free kick. Wasted opportunity for Aurora. And now Rush trying to counter with White on the ball. He lays that one over to Cusack. Cusack drops it back. Looking up the pitch and playing the long ball is Guerrero, but that's headed away. Guerrero back on it for Rush. Oh, he gets chopped down. And that's going to be a caution here, as Sebastian Mayo will go into the book. 38th minute, let's get a look at the replay. And you can see at the tail end there, Mayo coming in with that darting challenge. And it'll be a free kick for Rush inside the center circle, but maybe more consequently, a caution there to Mayo. Ball played in towards the penalty area, headed away by Barumand Bardsiri, Bassi, Crandall. Check that, that's McLaughlin. Played over now by way of Akel into the middle as someone lost a shin pad here. And it's controlled now by Aquino. Aquino gets pulled back and the foul called against Cusack, and some frustration from the Aurora squad trailing in this match, and it was Kevin Rashid that lost his shin pad as he goes to retrieve it. And now Seoul heads it forward after the restart. Bravo, under pressure, just plays it out, giving up a throw. Coaches weren't thrilled about that decision, but not wanting to take chances here in the final few minutes of the half. Better safe than sorry. Thrown in as Hum has some time and space, surveying the pitch and whips across in towards the top of the area, but there's the strong header from Crandall to clear the danger. And now on the counterattack, Jack White trying to stripe one from distance, and, well, White stripes, but not on rhythm that time. All right, that's the end of that pun. Jack White, White stripes. I shouldn't have to explain it. Restart from the goal kick as Aurora in possession here, looking to equalize late in the half. Massavat making the initial play, trying to track it back. And now, well, good job by Rush to get out of the scrum with possession. As bringing it forward here is Cusack, playing it wide. Running onto it is Guerrero. Guerrero whips a low cross, but that's broken up initially as darting in with the challenge was Cusack on Moscato. And now Nashat plays that in, but it's promptly volleyed away by Brown. Ciccone taking on two defenders, and Bassi comes away with it for Rush. Waiting to see how much added time we'll have here to cap off the first half as Bravo controls for Rush. Nice little 1-2, and Bravo supplies it back up the line, but too far for Akel to catch. And it looks like we'll have a minimum of 2 minutes and maybe just one to be played here to cap off the end of the first half. Thrown in as Seoul controls for Aurora. And we'll have at least 2 minutes to be played here to end the first half as Jack White comes away with the ball, and before he can materialize an advantage, the foul called and a yellow card shown here to the Aurora defender, as that's Zealand Hum going into the book with the caution. Kevin Rashid stands over top the ball for Rush as he prepares to play across into the penalty area. 3 big targets there, including David Bassi. Rashid plays the cross in, but right to the keeper, Pugh. Not the quality they would have hoped for on that set piece. Pugh throws it wide. Controlled by Massavat. Seoul trying to turn on his man, and he does get past him initially, and now Seoul still in possession, draws back, trying to bait the man back in here. Seoul continuing in possession here for Aurora. Takes it inside the penalty area, low cross to the near post, and a routine save that time for Patrick Manley Ramirez. 11 Seoul continues to try generate opportunities, but that one lacking any true threat. And now Rush will have a throw in at the half after the keeper's drop kick. Santiago Bravo gets set to toss it in as we approach the end of our minimum 2 minutes to be played. And with the heat impacting this game, I'm sure both teams will be happy for the break. Although certainly Rush a little more happy taking a 1-0 lead into the break here, with Bravo playing it forward from the throw. Controlled by Aurora, and no call after the contact there. That's out for a goal kick. The Aurora player in Sebastian Mayo, who was just cautioned himself minutes ago, not too happy about contact without a call. Mayo has it now for Aurora. Hammers it up the line. as Ciccone contends for it, but McLaughlin there defensively. Rubinoff trying to pick out Ciccone. And with that, we get the halftime whistle. So through the opening 40 minutes of play, it's Rush 1, Aurora 0, as you're tuned in to the Under 15 Boys Cup Final at the 2025 OPDL Cup. We'll get a look at our first half match stats. And there you get a look at those stats. Shot attempts favoring Aurora, 6-3. Shots on target equal at 1 apiece. Rush playing a physical brand of soccer today, committing 12 fouls. Both teams receiving 2 cautions. But the most impactful stat on the scoreboard, 1-0 in favor of Rush through the opening 40 minutes of play. Folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, second half kickoff as you're tuned in to the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals.
The provincial program, it offers a lot of opportunities, and if you go there and you do your thing, a lot of good things can come for you right after. So that would definitely be my biggest advice, is to just understand the opportunity and don't take anything for granted.
My advice is you're here, you got chosen for a reason, and just don't get caught up in being nervous because it goes by so quick. So just enjoy it, have fun, and just play how you play.
Have fun, play your game, play how you always play. You're chosen for a reason, and be confident, be a good team player, support each other, and just, have fun.
Always keep mentally strong and be prepared for any adversity they face, and to always keep their head high.
You guys were chosen for a reason. You clearly have talent if you were selected for this. So just be yourself on the field and really have fun.
Don't be overwhelmed by the experience. It's going to be super exciting. You guys were picked for a reason. Go out and have lots of fun.
Know your worth. You guys have been selected for a reason. These are the best players in Ontario. So, you're here to show why you're the best. And I just say, know your worth, be confident.
My advice for the U14s is to take the constructive criticism that you get from your coaches or your fellow teammates and just run with it, because that's the only thing that's going to make you grow and to make you stronger.
The provincial program, it offers a lot of opportunities, and if you go there and you do your thing, a lot of good things can come for you right after. So that would definitely be my biggest advice, is to just understand the opportunity and don't take anything for granted.
My advice is you're here, you got chosen for a reason, and just don't get caught up in being nervous because it goes by so quick. So just enjoy it, have fun, and just play how you play.
Have fun, play your game, play how you always play. You're chosen for a reason, and be confident, be a good team player, support each other, and just, have fun.
Always keep mentally strong and be prepared for any adversity they face, and to always keep their head high.
You guys were chosen for a reason. You clearly have talent if you were selected for this. So just be yourself on the field and really have fun.
Don't be overwhelmed by the experience. It's going to be super exciting. You guys were picked for a reason. Go out and have lots of fun.
Know your worth. You guys have been selected for a reason. These are the best players in Ontario. So, you're here to show why you're the best. And I just say, know your worth, be confident.
My advice for the U14s is to take the constructive criticism that you get from your coaches or your fellow teammates and just run with it, because that's the only thing that's going to make you grow and to make you stronger.
think they're lost. There's no game on today.
Where is everyone? Do we know that guy?
Was that just in Marsh?
For me, my soccer journey in OPDL started with Markham FC. At the time I played for Pickering, but I had moved to Markham to play there. I played in there for a couple of years, had a lot of joy there, did really well with the team. The team was really good.
The OPDL provided the environment for real elite class players to play against each other consistently, and so that definitely helped Jade to raise her game and to become the player that she is today.
It allowed her to develop to her potential and also be visible. Everyone knew about Jade. When you're in the OPDL program and you're good, people are going to know. It's set up to identify those players.
The OPDL is a great league that's set up to put a lot of eyes and a lot of people looking at your pathway. I think that it's very fluid in the way that you can play.
She was a best case example, but all those younger kids saw a tangible, real life example of success. Whether that person wanted to obtain a soccer scholarship, we saw Jade go on and do that in Michigan. Jade being a part of the provincial team program. For others who wanted to do that, they saw Jade do that. Youth national teams, senior national teams, now overseas with Manchester United. So all of those things that younger players may want to achieve on a personal level, Jade has done that.
No dream is too big, because if I can do it, they can do it.
I feel honored being selected for Team Ontario, and I feel like privileged.
People thought that I had something to contribute to this team, and that means a lot.
There's a lot of hard work and dedication that leads into this.
It's a really nice reward for all the hard work that all of us put in.
Okay, girls, it's all yours.
And it's
All right, fans, welcome back inside the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center Stadium field as we get you set for the second half kickoff from inside the Ben Rycroft Broadcast Center as it's Rush Canada leading 1-0 over Aurora, with Rush getting set to kick off the second half of action, and they'll quickly hammer the ball deep in, and never really understood that strategy. It's out for a goal kick and just turning possession over. Although, listen, I mean, Rush scored in the opening minute off of Aurora's opening kickoff, so what am I to question? Because I certainly wouldn't have predicted the way this match played out inside the opening 60 seconds with a beautifully struck free kick off the foot of Rafi Arian. And now we get a foul called here and a caution in the opening minute of the second half. And Moscato will go into the referee's book here in the 41st minute. Get a look at the replay of this foul. And there you can see Moscato sliding in on that challenge, drawing the yellow card. Well, at the halftime break, both teams have been cautioned twice. Aurora now with their third yellow of this match. Bassi drops it back. We're playing two 40-minute halves here in the boys under 15 cup final of the 2025 OPDL. And a reminder that today's action is fueled by Gatorade. With a proven blend of carbs and electrolytes, Gatorade is scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Both TFC and CPL are vital aspirational destinations along the talented pathway. TFC, through its TFC Academy, is a pinnacle club soccer destination for aspiring professional male soccer players in our province. And the CPL is Canada's top-tier men's domestic professional league. As Aurora feather a through ball here for Moscato to run onto. He tries to bring it into the area, still contending for it, but defended beautifully that time by Crandall and out for a goal kick. The CPL is Canada's top tiers men domestic professional league, represented in Ontario by its member clubs Forge FC, York United FC, and Atletico Ottawa. Provides important developmental opportunity for over 150 Canadian players, many of whom have come from Ontario. Aurora patrolling the ball in their backfield here as Hum, one of the three players cautioned from their side. A nice overlap run, and now they move it into the attacking third. There's a cross towards the back post, but over the head of Kazemi, who was trying to run onto it, and out ultimately for a goal kick. There you get a look at Kazemi, the intended target for that play. But Nicholas Kazemi unable to get a touch in, and Rush will restart here with the goal kick. Flicked on and now controlled by Brown for Aurora. Through their back line with Hum in possession. Pulled back, Hum receives it again as he's under pressure there from White. Pugh. Brown. Brown motioning for his teammates to move up the pitch. Opts to keep it short initially with Mayo. Now they work it over to Aquino. He draws back. Check that. That was actually Mosavat making the play through the midfield for Aurora. Brown opens up through the center circle and now attacks onto the Rush side of half. Stripped away though, as traveling behind was Sukar, and he came away with it. Controlled by Cusack. He lays that over to Bassi. Bassi plays it forward, intended for Claire, but that was broken up. Now patrolled with Nashat on it, and now Claire will have a chance to run. Squaring up, Claire takes it to the edge of the penalty area before trying the cross. Initially blocked, and now defensively there's Baruman Barsiri, and Baruman Barsiri draws the free kick for Aurora. Kazemi Baruman Bardsiri's long ball headed away there by McLaughlin. Flicked on with the touch from Sukar. And now Hum will track this back inside his own penalty area. The keeper, Pugh. As Brown, they work it over to the touchline here for Baruman Bardsiri. Controlling it is Aquino, and now Baruman Bardsiri. He gets hauled down, and that's going to be a free kick, and a caution comes out here, and the Rush player goes in the book. Get a look at the replay. And there you can see the foul committed by Ashton Clare. That earns him the yellow card. So 46 minutes of play. And Aurora restart with the free kick, switching it to the far flank. Trying to find a way to break through in that long ball. A little too long for Mateo Moscato to make a play on. And it's out for a goal kick. Aurora continue to try generate chances, but essentially playing this whole match from behind after conceding in the opening minute. They've yet to really find a way to test the keeper, Manly Ramirez. A couple close opportunities, but Manly Ramirez really hasn't had to make a 10-bell save yet in this match. Ball thrown in, and yeah, that was a sloppy throw, and Kazemi will protest, but that was more of a chest pass in basketball than a throw-in in soccer. Off the bounce, trying to make the play defensively is Baruman Bardsiri, and then he commits the foul. So a free kick here for Rush. Bassi. That long ball without purpose. It's out for an Aurora throw-in. It's been a fairly uneventful start to the second half so far. Neither team really stringing together more than a handful of quality passes. Let's see if one side or the other can generate something of true quality. As controlling there was Cusack. Drops back now. Nashat playing that one over to Clare. Quick touch through the middle, unable to contain it though is Sukar, and it's back with Bravo. Brought down there as Ariane on it. He's got the lone goal in this match. And that ball across the touchline and out for a Rush Canada throw-in. If you're Rush, you gotta be fairly content with the way the second half is going, as there's been no real threat yet from Aurora in the opening almost 10 minutes of play now. And again, we're playing two 40-minute halves here in the under-15 boys final of the 2025 OPDL Cup. If we are tied, we do go straight to penalties, 5 kicks aside. But Rush leading this match from the opening minute, and they continue to defend this 1-goal lead. Aurora trying to break through, and there's a good through ball for Aquino to run onto. He's onside. He's got a man on him, though. Well-timed tackle. Beautiful slide there from Benjamin Crandall as he gets all ball, and Rush get a clearance after that seemingly dangerous break from Aquino. Aurora continue to find a way through. That touch, however, lacking quality out for an Aurora throw-in, and they'll try to take quick advantage as they gain about another 15 yards there on that throw, as it'll be tossed in by Baruman Bardsiri. As Baruman Bardsiri continues to press, and then he's hauled down. Oh, and this could be a second caution, and Rush are down to 10 men. Ashton Clare, 2 yellow cards in the opening 10 minutes of the second half. And Rush are down to 10 men. Oh, you hate to see it, but Clare showing the frustration here, knowing that his day is done and his squad now playing the rest of this match shorthanded. The second yellow in the 50th minute. If we can get another look at the foul, guys, I'd love to see the replay again. But we'll get the free kick here momentarily as we do get the replay. The free kick comes in the meantime. The header onto the back post and out of play. And the second foul, let's get a look at it again here. Great job by our crew. As Clare coming in from behind. Contact there. Enough to warrant a second yellow. Maybe a little soft from Rush's perspective, but they'll have to prevail here. With Clare sent to the showers here and their squad down to 10 men for the remainder. Will that spark something for Aurora? A substitution to come here as Kevin Rashid back into the match now for Rush. And it'll be Benjamin Sukar coming out. Well, up until that point, everything had pretty much been going Rush's way, and now their first real instance of adversity here. And in this heat, that extra advantage for Aurora, that one extra set of legs could prove to be crucial. But Rush continue to lead 1-0, and they'll have a throw in here after a brief discussion between our assistant referee and our lead match official, and it looks like Nick Kazemi has drawn the attention for something. And we'll restart with the throw. Flicked on and out of play. That'll be an Aurora throw-in. As Baruman Bardsiri gets set to toss in. Rashton Baruman Bardsiri looking for options. Has a man checking to him now and uses them in the form of Moscato. Baruman Bardsiri out for an Aurora throw after it went off of Bassi. Tossed in. Aquino trying to turn on the defenders, and he draws a quick whistle and a free kick here for Aurora, and this could be a big opportunity to draw level. Set piece, a step or two off the top of the penalty area, right of goal, but an option here to either go for target or whip something in. Aurora have got to threaten with this set piece opportunity. 2 players over top the ball in Kazemi and Aquino. Aquino will take it, left-footed chip, off the crossbar. Rebound still there, headed on. Oh, and it's in! Aurora punch it through, the flank stays down, and we are level 1-1. The equalizer in the 53rd minute. What a moment there. Have a look at the replay. Aquino's well-struck free kick off the crossbar. The ball pops out and darting down to get a foot. I believe that's Sebastian Mayo. Have another look here. We'll get confirmation. Barumand Bardsiri. And it is Rashton Baruman Bardsiri that gets the equalizer for Aurora. While the defender stepping up on the set piece play and coming up big as a trio of substitutes will come in here for Aurora after equalizing just a moment ago. Rashton Baruman Bardsiri gets the goal that draws this match level as Ciccone comes back into the game. Rubinoff set to rejoin the play as well. And it looks like Baruman Bardsiri, one of the players, pulling up here with injury, as he literally gave it his all and may have pulled up limp after scoring that goal. The third Aurora player looking to come back on seems to be Albi Zazaj. Well, what a turn of events. The second yellow leads to Rush going down a man. And then minutes later, off a free kick opportunity, a goal coming for Aurora to draw level at 1. Not directly off the free kick, as the free kick rattled the crossbar, but the rebound knocked about before Rashdi Baruman Bardsiri cracked it home with that diving effort to draw Aurora equal here at the 2025 OPDL Under 15 Boys Cup Final. Zazaj will come back into the match. Mayo comes out. And Rubinoff will switch out for Masavat. So with all the housekeeping taken care of, we'll get back to the action on the pitch. As maybe about 10 minutes ago we said it was a rather uneventful second half. The subsequent 10 minutes had fireworks in the form of a red card and an equalizing goal. What will the next 10 have in store? Well, likely the water break if nothing else, but let's find out as Aurora play the ball here with Brown in possession. He scored moments ago as Baruman Bardsiri takes the ball forward, chips it ahead. And running onto it is Rubinoff, draws it back in front. Ciccone trying to track it. Loose ball after the initial save, as Manly Ramirez just got his fingertips to it to assuage the pressure and the danger. Baruman Bardsiri. Moscato back to Brown. Switches to the far wing. Trying to draw back into the middle as Aurora pressing once again now. Nice little 1-2 between Ciccone and the ball carrier as Ciccone trying to work the flank again. That time it's cleared nicely by Bravo. After some good possession there from Aurora. Ball turned over after the throw and Rush trying to counter, but a well-timed tackle sees it out of play. Rush will get the throw in here, quickly up the line as it's controlled by Jack White. White can't keep it for long as turned over, and Baruman Bardsiri, who's got the equalizer, starting the counter. Here's Moscato playing it ahead to Rubinoff. Rubinoff trying to cut past a couple of defenders, still has the ball, but now loses it as Rush's goal scorer, Ariane, leads their counter. Ball pushed ahead now by Cusack. Nick Cusack working here against Baruman Bardsiri. Cusack slowing it down to a snail's pace, now picks up some speed, takes it down low to the goal line and draws a corner kick. Well defended there by Baruman Bardsiri. As we get a look at the replay here. And that last chance for Aurora where Ciccone couldn't corral it past the keeper, Manly Ramirez. And it looks like we've got an Aurora player down right now and in some discomfort. We've seen some difficult injuries here this weekend, and we certainly hope nothing serious for the injured Aurora player here. has a very interesting cooling tactic that I can't say I've seen before, but I suppose it works. As one of the Rush players, I think that was Benjamin Crandall, taking his jersey, it was Crandall, dipping it into a cooler full of cold water, and now we'll get the cooling break before putting it back on. So with the cooling break, I believe that's Baroudman Bardsiri, who's had a tough few minutes here, but he's also got some hero status right now for Aurora with the equalizer. And on that note, with the cooling break, we'll step aside for a brief stoppage in play. You're watching the Under 15 Boys Final at the 2025 OPDL Cup. All right, fans, let's get you back to it as we're set to resume play after the cooling break and put a wrap on things here at the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals weekend, concluding the Under 15 Boys Final. We're playing two 40-minute halves, so about 20 minutes of match time remaining here in this one. And should we remain tied after 80 minutes, we'll go straight to penalty kicks, 5 shooters aside. We'll restart, however, with a Rush corner kick. And as you saw the graphic flash up on your screen, Baroudman Bardsiri indeed substituted out with the injury, and we hope he can have a speedy recovery. Ariane plays the corner in, headed in! Oh, what a restart for Rush! Oh, what a feeling! Oh, what a rush! As rising up is Benjamin Crandall, and he retains the lead for Rush. It's 2-1. Literally the first play out of the cooling break. And Crandall, who dipped his jersey in the cooler full of water, cannot be held down. He rises up and heads it home. I guess you can say it was more than an effective cooling tactic, as it looks like the Aurora keeper, Caden Pugh, has pulled up with an injury here, and this has got to be concerning for Aurora. This is not good. He's going to need the medic, and it looks like he's favoring his left knee or his hamstring there. It looks like it's probably the hamstring more so than the knee, as he's going to get stretched out. The Aurora bench is livid about that restart and the lack of execution. A great look by our camera crew, as you can hear the coach saying to his squad, you got to wake up there. They were certainly caught flat-footed on the coverage there on the corner. As coming up with the goal for Rush, the big center back, Benjamin Crandall. Aurora try get re-centered and refocused, and we've seen them come back once before, but now just 17 minutes of match time remaining. Can they find that comeback tally once again? And maybe more concerning, their starting keeper, Caden Pugh, receiving medical treatment right now from the trainer, from the medic, as he tries to stretch out the ailment and the knack that he's dealing with. But in this heat, that's going to continue to probably play at him, and we'll see if he can be effective should he get called back with another issue. Restarting with the drop ball, as Aurora will take possession, quickly stripped away now by Bassi. Bassi in possession. And, did well to turn a couple of would-be tacklers, and now he's got some room to work up the line. Bassi, well defended by Quadra and knocked out for the throw. And now Aurora feeling a sense of urgency as they'll hustle to get the ball to every rush player and try urge them to restart as quick as they can. Foul throw as lifting the back leg there was Rafi Arian. As Brown controls through the middle for Aurora. Hum looking up the pitch. Not wanting to force, but plays the ball through, and that's knocked back. Brown, he's got an outlet here in Moscato up the near side flank, and now they get it there by way of Quadra. Moscato playing it into the corner, running onto it is Ciccone. Ciccone whips the cross towards the 6-yard box, but headed away by the defender in McLaughlin, and now controlled by Jack White. Brown, controlled by Zabalit. Moscato, his cross, headed away that time by McCallum. As the ball gets knocked around, Arian unable to hold possession for Rush, and now it's controlled by Moscato for Aurora. Moscato crosses that one in, and Manly Ramirez had to be careful as he judged it well and was sure to make the save. '67th minute of play. Aurora looking to come back for the second time in this match. Rush with a unbelievable restart from the cooling break, and now they're trying to defend, but here's the speedy Rubinoff taking it into the penalty area, drawing a low ball back in front. They continue to contest as it tracks toward the near touchline, and I believe that's going to be an Aurora throw, and it is. Quadra receiving it as that ball whipped in but knocked away by Bassi. Rush prepare to make a substitution here as they look to bring Guerrero back into the match. Long attempt from distance kept in there by Manly Ramirez. And he'll slow it down here with possession. Aurora from the drop kick trying to hold possession through a series of headers, and they draw a free kick as Aquino stands over top to take it. They play it short though, and now controlled here by Quadra. Into the corner, Moscato tries to work towards the penalty area. Met by the defensive challenge from Nassat. Moscato can't feed the ball through initially, does well to try retain it. And on the third effort, Nassat able to clear it away, and there's a mistake from Aurora, and this could be a break for Rush. Jack White streaking in. He mishits the initial touch, and that'll allow Hum to close him down here. White draws it back. Not wanting to force, Rashid looking for a smart option. Plays that one nicely over to Cusack, but then that's dispossessed. And Aurora looking to counter quickly here in the 69th minute. Just 11 minutes of play remaining here for Aurora to try change the outcome in the Under 15 Boys Cup Final at the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals weekend, as a foul called there and a free kick issued for Rush. And remember, Rush down to 10 men here, scoring that go-ahead goal down with 10 men. Here comes the substitution as Guerrero set to come back in, and they'll switch out Jack White. White having a couple opportunities while he was out there, and the threat and the creation he supplied, providing enough of a threat that Aurora had to be respectful of what he could do out there. We'll restart here with the kick for Rush. As McLaughlin plays it up the pitch. Headed around as Arian tries to take control. Bravo shields it and secures a throw in for Rush here inside the final 10 minutes of match play. Rush trying to hold on to this 2-1 lead. As Rush Canada go for back-to-back championships in the under-15 boys 2025 OPDL Cup final. Securing Cup glory last year in 2024 in the under-15 boys division and trying to repeat here in 2025. Quadra. They're less than 10 minutes away from doing that now. Of course, plus added time. Here goes Moscato ahead for Aurora. That cross off a Rush defender. Man in Rubinoff. Contacted and a penalty awarded. McLaughlin got tied up with Rubinoff. And we're definitely going to want to see that replay. But it's going to be a penalty kick to Aurora. Rush have got to be feeling like everything's gone against them here between the red card and now this. Let's get a look at the replay. See if we can run it back to where the foul occurs as they prepare to take the kick. No problem, guys. We'll try find it. If we can't get it to you, we'll just focus here on the impending penalty kick with Ciccone on the spot for Aurora. Ciccone, he buries it! And Aurora have drawn level once again. 72nd minute. Christian Ciccone from the penalty spot. And we're all square, 2-2. Well, Rush have just got to feel a little hard done by as we get a look at the penalty kick replay. And we'll see if we can get you any more, but regardless of the previous, what we can tell you is in the moment, we're all tied 2-2. There's a look at the conversion from the spot by Ciccone. He converts calmly and coolly, and wow, this back and forth affair. I mean, this match has had a little bit of everything, and if you love this sport, how can you not love the way this one's gone? Ball played ahead here by Rush, as trying to service that one was Cusack. Turned over, Kazemi. Ball played through the middle as chasing after it is Zazaj. Rashid with the touch for Rush, trying to keep it in, but it's across the line and out for a throw. O'Neill's Sportswear is a leading supplier globally to grassroots sports organizations and professional clubs alike. With over 100 years of expertise, O'Neill's is Ontario Soccer's official soccer apparel uniform and equipment partner. For more information on their made-to-order personalized apparel and uniform solutions, visit O'Neills.com. O'Neill's Sportswear. Live for it. Substitution occurred for Aurora as Moscato comes out of the match. And Aurora FC, having just drawn level, have Evan Soul back in, and Soul had a good series of minutes when he played in the first half. Let's see if he can have a positive impact here. Rubinoff. Remember, it was Rubinoff who drew the contact in the penalty area that led to the call. And on that penalty, Ciccone equalized. But Rubinoff has been a thorn in their side all day long, causing havoc for that Rush backline.
I just don't want to be in the way.
Well, wrapping up the 2025 OPDL Cup, only fitting that our final match of the 6th this weekend have a little bit of extra drama to it. Our first red card of the weekend issued. This match, I think, having the most amount of cards issued in a single match this weekend. And here goes Rubinoff for Aurora, trying to track into the penalty area. Crosses in front! The ball was loose. And if not for the defensive foot of Nashat, probably would have ended up in the back of the net. Big play there, as Aquino hauled down, and a free kick. Nashat committing the foul, but give him some leeway after making that phenomenal defensive play moments earlier to prevent what would have been an easy tap-in. 76th minute, Aquino stands over top the ball. Left-footed attempt right on target, and Manly Ramirez with maybe his best save of the match as he parries that out for the corner. Aquino, who just took that free kick, sets up for the in-swinger. Six Aurora players in and around the penalty area. Aquino delivers the cross, curling, but over top the bar and out for a goal kick. Well, if we end the 80 minutes tied, we go straight to penalty kicks, 5 shooters aside. Certainly starting to feel like that could be an inevitability, but I mean, given the unpredictability of this match, from a goal in the opening minute of play to our first red card of the weekend to the lead changes we've witnessed, don't count anything out yet here. Rubinoff carries it ahead for Aurora, trying to deke past a couple of defenders, but losing it there to McLaughlin, and now secured by Cusack. Cusack trying to split a couple of Aurora players. Ball controlled by Rush, and they don't like this even though they've won the free kick. Saying they had advantage now. Which way is the kick going? Because initially signaled in favor of Rush, but Aurora stand over it. And it looks like it may be a free kick indeed for Aurora. The Rush bench not happy about this now, feeling like things are slipping away. Not that long ago, they felt like they were in control, en route to consecutive under 15 boys titles here at the OPDL Cup. Right now, it's anybody's game as Aurora press. Aquino whips the cross in off the defensive foot of Crandall and out for the corner. 78th minute. Rush are feeling the pressure here as Aquino sets up for another corner kick. Aquino delivers a left-footed cross. Rubinoff up for the header, but he can't truly get good contact, and it's out for a goal kick. Final few minutes, plus any added time to be played here, as Aurora have twice come back from deficits in this match. Now, I don't know if that's a bit of poetry, because a white seagull on the field, and with Rush down to 10 men, I think they can claim the seagull as their 11th player. The jerseys at least match to a certain extent. Seagull in an offside position right now, though, so not sure how well they understand the match and the intricacies of the game. The actual game continuing on after the restart, and a foot race ensues here with Rush taking possession. Only temporarily, because Guerrero coughs it up, and now Sol has it for Aurora. He plays it ahead for Rubinoff. Going there against Crandall. Rubinoff down to the goal line. Crandall shields it beautifully, and that's out for a goal kick. Well, and as we alluded to, there's the current 11th player on the pitch for Rush. I don't want to assume any pronouns here, but the Seagull way in an offside position. They are currently past the keeper in Pew. As we pull out, you'll get a sense of that. And again, rush down to 10 men. Shouldn't make light of the situation, especially with the lead slipping away, but I also couldn't resist it there. As we'll have a minimum of 5 additional minutes to be played here at the referee's discretion, a minimum of 5 to close out this match. As Rubinoff trying to run onto it, it's actually going to be Sol who takes it for Aurora. Sol, drew the cross, but no one there at the back post in yellow. Maybe you want to see Sol crack one that time. He had Rubinoff near him, but that ball never in his playing ability. Get a look at that replay. As Rush try work their way onto the attacking side of half, but short-handed, they cough it up, and now Aquino has it for Aurora, drawing men in, trying to pull for Ciccone, who commits a foul on the back of the defender there. And a free kick issued after Bravo was hauled down. Rush are gonna make a substitution here momentarily as they get set to bring Jack White back into this match. And you can't help but think, is this a look ahead to possible penalties and wanting to have the offensive, talented White out there as a potential kick taker. And now we get a couple of players tied up with each other. Could have gotten ugly there, but AR2 quickly on top of it with the referee as well, and cooler heads prevail after that exchange. Oh, miscue from Aurora off the restart. And let's see if Rush can make anything of it, as trying to track it down was Guerrero, but it was a solo effort for the Rush forward and he was unable to make much more of it. Controlled here by Aurora. Playing that ball ahead for Ciccone. Ciccone looking for a return pass. Contact there, waved off immediately as Santos Janti was appealing for a penalty. More so the Aurora fans wanted the call. Would have been tough to call that, I think. Some contact, but probably not enough to warrant a call. And now Aurora cough up possession as Sol unable to keep it in, and it's a throw in for Rush. And a chance now for them to get that substitution. So Santiago Bravo comes out of the match. And it'll be Jack White into the game. Bravo playing the right back position currently. We'll see if White takes that role. Looks like for now he will, even though earlier in this match we saw him in a more attacking minded spot. And actually he will immediately push up to more of an attacking midfielding role. Roaming now, we'll see where White actually settles in as Aurora play the ball forward. Good cross over to the far flank where it's controlled by Santos Janti. Santos Janti trying to step over and make a move here. Second defender able to jar the ball loose, and the effort from Arian clears the danger. 3 minutes gone in the minimum 5 to be played here as Aurora prepare to make a substitution as well, looking to bring Sebastian Mayo back into this match, and now they'll get that chance to do so as Aiden Rubinoff will come out here. That's an interesting decision, as Rubinoff, who drew the initial penalty call and has been an offensive threat throughout this match, maybe not the most adept penalty taker, subbed out here in favor of Mayo. Certainly seems like an inevitability here that penalties are going to be how we close out the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals. As that ball gets away from Ciccone and out for a goal kick. I'm trying to remember, I don't think any of our matches today went to penalties, did they? The morning match, I don't believe so. The afternoon match, certainly not. But 2 of the matches yesterday settled by penalties, and unless something changes here in the next few minutes, 3 of the 6 OPDL Cup Finals coming down to that nail-biting dramatic situation to settle things. Cuadra controlling here for Aurora. Zabalet plays it out wide. Hum controlling. No real urgency right now from Aurora. Now they play it ahead for Aquino, but too far from Aquino, and there can't be too much left. As referee checks his watch, he's probably going to add a minute or two, but we've got an injured Aurora player down here. And I believe that's Aquino, and that would be concerning for Aurora. He's trying to get stretched out here and continue on as the medic tracks over. And that is indeed Aquino, who's got one of the 2 goals today for Aurora. Excuse me. No, he doesn't. Aquino has had a great game, but the 2 goals coming from Burumand Bardsiri and then Ciccone from the penalty spot, as the fans look on in anticipation of the remainder of this match and if Aquino can continue on. Aquino has had a number of good chances in this match, from both free kick opportunities and being the kick taker on most of Aurora's corners today. But in the interim, Aquino continues to receive medical treatment on the pitch. The heat, the humidity, all a factor here for the players this weekend. Heat warnings all across Toronto, and even though there is a nice strong breeze here providing some cooling relief down pitch side, it's still extremely trying conditions. Cooling breaks in effect to try help these players stay hydrated, but even such, in the late stages of the match, completely understandable a player might pull up with an injury of this nature. Now we know Rush are down 1 player, but it seems like they've recruited a flock of additional supporters here to take the pitch with them, as they no longer have 1 Seagull on the pitch, but now, at quick count, 4 of them, including that pesky attacker who continues to press up despite being clearly offside. No care there. The other 3 birds seemingly providing a winged attack threat. Really couldn't restrain myself on that one. And back to the actual business on the field, because the injured player removed for the time being. Hopefully Aquino can return and we restart here with minimal time remaining here in the added time. Ball cleared up to the half, and that's it. No time left. We're going to penalties for the 3rd time this weekend at the 2025 OPDL Cup. And that's how we'll settle the under-15 boys final, with kicks from the spot in this match between Rush Canada and Aurora FC. Before we break, let's get a look at some match highlights here in a game that's had a little bit of everything. Goals, cards, and more. Let's get a look at some of these match highlights. And it started in the opening minute of the match. A free kick beautifully struck there by Rafi Arian to give Rush the 1-0 lead early. Aurora, playing from behind, would generate some quality opportunities. They continued to trail. And they would push and draw free kick opportunities. Aquino, as we mentioned, some chances. He rang one off the crossbar, and that at the time made it a 1-1 game, with Burumand Bardsiri drawing level for Aurora. See him bring it down after the header, a quick turn and kick, and Rashton Burumand Bardsiri tying it at 1 at that juncture in the match. Moments later, Aurora nearly push in front again, after some desperate keeping there from Manly Ramirez. But after the cooling break, immediately after the cooling break, off the corner kick, the go-ahead goal for Rush, with the header put home beautifully by Crandall. And then, not long thereafter, from the penalty spot, Christian Ciccone converting to tie this match at 2. Both teams would have subsequent opportunities as the game went on, including that free kick strike from Aquino. But in the end, nothing would get past either of the keepers there on after. And now we're headed to penalty kicks. The captains come together for the coin toss, and we'll have to settle things here from the spot. Looks like kicks will be taken down to the net of our camera right, closest to the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center, as we're coming to you live from the stadium field at the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center, providing you live stream coverage of the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals. There you get a look at the times of the goals and the corresponding goal scorers. And that 2-1 lead for Rush lasted less than 10 minutes when the penalty was called in favor of Aurora. And just an unreal sequence of events in the second half between the go-ahead goal from Baruman Bardsiri, the red card that was issued, the then 2-1 goal from Crandall, and the eventual equalizer from a penalty kick by Ciccone. Again, this match has had absolutely everything, and only fitting that it's going to be settled with penalty kicks here. A reminder to download the My Soccer app powered by BMO. Check out the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store today and download the My Soccer powered by BMO cutting edge app presented by Ontario Soccer for exclusive content here from the 2025 OPDL Cup. And even after the event wraps up, you can relive all the action through the Match Center page. Check out OntarioSoccer.net for archived game broadcasts, for match recaps, for highlight reel plays, photos, and more. Great job by all the volunteers, the match officials, the Ontario Soccer staff on hand. Good to see some familiar faces. Special shout-outs from the comms department to Tara, who's done a great job here this weekend, to Ben Longo, who's on the IR. Hope you're doing well, pal, and hope you recover. I'm sure you've been tuning in throughout the weekend and missed you here this weekend, but no doubt you'll come back stronger. And of course, a big shout out as well to Bjorn Osiek and Johnny Misley and everybody from the Ontario Soccer family who's done a great job putting on another showcase event here at the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals. We're going to settle the under 15 boys final here with penalty kicks. The two keepers head to the area and will receive instructions from the match officials, as Patrick Manly Ramirez, the keeper for Rush, and Caden Pugh for Aurora, as we'll have 5 kicks from each team. And should we still remain tied, golden goal, sudden death kicks after that.
Oh, did you guys touch it or no? No. I'm in the background. Okay, oh, hang on. Check. No, it's not. Okay.
Looks like Aurora will be shooting first as Manly Ramirez prepares to take the net here. With shots being taken to our camera right. Keepers shaded in that net there, so they don't have to worry about the sun in their eyes. And the trio of winged backs for Rush take a position just outside the box as the Seagull crew try to intimidate the first kick taker in Christian Aquino. Aquino had a great game today for Aurora, and one of their captains, he'll be the first to shoot here in penalty kicks. Aquino's free kick that rang off the crossbar led to the 1-1 goal, finished off by Baruman Bardsiri. And now Aquino, a chance to put it in himself from the penalty spot. Manly Ramirez on the line. Aquino, left-footed strike, and Manly Ramirez makes the save! Oh, Aquino, who pulled up limp at the end of regulation, and you can see how he's struggling to put any weight on that right leg. Oh, you have to wonder, was that a tactical mistake to let him go? And as soon as he contacted that ball, the pain. So early advantage to Rush after Manly Ramirez makes the save. Now on the flip side, if he scores that, that's about the most inspiring, courageous thing you can have. He scores and then sprawls out with injury. Guys, I don't know if we can get the replay of that penalty kick because they're going to give him some treatment, so we've got a minute here. But I'd love to see right away, and we will get a replay. Great job by our crew. You can see as soon as Aquino takes it, one little hop, and then he pulls up with that injury. He's a left-footed kicker, so planting on his right the way he did. Oh, man, that's tough to see. You have to hope he's okay. Well saved by Manly Ramirez. Aquino's going to be helped off here. Well, a gutsy effort from Christian Aquino, but the early advantage to Rush, and let's see if Caden Pugh can come up with an inspiring save to keep this level in the opening round of penalties. Trying to settle the ball here for the kick. I believe that's Jack White. It is White who was subbed in additional time for this exact scenario. White runs up, takes the kick. What a save by Pugh! Oh, the keepers come up big in the opening round of penalties. It was a perfectly struck penalty by White, but the keeper goes the right way and turns it aside. 0-0 after one round. Ciccone, he tied the game at 2 from the penalty spot in, what was it, the 74th minute or so, and now Ciccone will kick second here for Aurora. Unreal saves from both keepers in the opening round of penalties, and in particular that Pugh save. Ciccone at the spot. Steps up. Oh, and off the outside of the post! He converted from the spot in the match, but in penalty kicks, pushes it just wide. And Christian Ciccone and Aurora are 0 for 2 here in penalty kicks at the 2025 Under 15 Boys OPDL Cup Final. Well, Rafi Aryan scoring in the opening minutes of this match on a free kick at this end of the field, and now he'll kick second for Rush Canada here in penalties. Pugh making a phenomenal first save. Aryan at the spot. Aryan puts it past the keeper who went the opposite direction. And through 2 rounds, Rush have the advantage, 1-0. Aryan getting the opening goal, and there he converts in round 2 to give Rush the 1-0 lead here in penalties. Up next, it's going to be Zealand Hum, the defender for Aurora, to take this kick to try draw level. Hum, and he buries it. Manly Ramirez went the right way this time, but he couldn't get a hand to it. And Ciccone, who had Manly Ramirez beat but couldn't push it on the inside of the post. This time Aurora do beat Manly Ramirez clean, and well struck penalty that time by Hum to draw level at 1. Third round here with Rush trying to push back in front as they send Nicholas Cusack to the spot. Cusack having a solid game today through the midfield. As he tracks back for this penalty attempt. And Cusack converts coolly. Advantage back to Rush as Pugh goes the wrong way. And now the Aurora keeper, after starting penalties with an emphatic save, struggling to find that rhythm. Rush in front, 2-1 through 3 rounds of kicks. Albi Zazaj next to shoot for Aurora. Zazaj had a very strong match, and in particular, a very good first half. And now he'll be turned to here to try convert from the spot. Zazaj squaring against Manly Ramirez. Zazaj strikes and scores! Well taken penalty. And for now, Aurora back to level turf as Zazaj going over to his keeper, Pugh, and encouraging him here. Get in their heads and get us back level. A little bit of head games there from Zazaj as he threw the ball past the oncoming player from Rush. And this is interesting, as nice sportsmanship shown there from Guerrero to pick it up and toss it to Rashid, but also not supposed to leave the semicircle there, and ultimately things allowed to continue without any further discipline as Rashid at the spot. And he buries it! Beautifully struck penalty that time, as Pugh went the right way, but he went low and Rashid pushed it high into the back of the net. And Rush hold on to the advantage. 3-2 through 4 rounds of penalties. So now Brown needs to score. The big center back for Aurora played a phenomenal game. Jason Brown has one more assignment here. He needs to find the back of the net from the penalty spot. Patrick Manly Ramirez, the keeper, on the line. Brown converts. Perfectly taken penalty. Benjamin Crandall will shoot next for Rush. He scored the header out of the cooling break to give them the 2-1 lead. He's got the game on his boot here from the penalty spot. If Crandall scores, it's over. If Pugh makes the save, we continue. Crandall with the run-up. And he buries it! And Rush Canada have won back-to-back under 15 boys OPDL Cup Final Championships. They hoist the cup in 2024 and do it again here on penalties, down to 10 men in 2025. All kinds of drama and adversity, but Rush complete back-to-back cup championships with a dramatic 4-3 win on kicks from the penalty spot. What a way to wrap up the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals. Today's OPDL Cup action was fueled by Gatorade, the official sports fuel of OPDL. With a proven blend of carbs and electrolytes, Gatorade is scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel after the match. Well, there you get a look at the jubilation from the Rush players as they experience just about every high and low within this match. The roller coaster of emotions, but in the end, they earn the right to hoist the cup here at the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals. And for Rush Canada Soccer Academy, it's back-to-back OPDL Cup Championships in 2024 and repeating here in 2025 with a 4-3 win on penalties over Aurora. Just a gutsy effort from both teams. But in the end, Rush pulled through, even though they played 20 plus minutes of that match down a man, finding a way to prevail and eventually lift the cup, which you'll see momentarily. Before we wrap things up, though, let's get a look at some of the match highlights from this game. And oh man, were there plenty of highlights for us to go through. Right from the opening minute, when on a free kick opportunity converted by Rafi Arian, Rush took the 1-0 lead. Arian converting from the spot in penalties as well. Here's the equalizer goal from Aurora as sweeping it in was Baruman Bardsiri after the free kick from Aquino rattled off the crossbar. And of course, wishing a speedy recovery to Aquino, who is injured after taking the first penalty here for Aurora in PKs. Out of the cooling break, Rush restarted red hot as Benjamin Crandall rose up and headed home the 2-1 goal. But it wouldn't stay for long as less than 10 minutes later, Aurora equalized from the penalty spot with Christian Ciccone converting. Ciccone missing a penalty in kicks later on, though, as here we get a look at penalty kicks where Rush would prevail. That particular one converted nicely by Nick Husak. A nice spot kick there from Hum, who converts in penalties, at the time keeping Aurora in it. But Rush continue to find success from the spot, and in penalties, they would not be denied outside of the opening kick in penalties, as that one converted by Rashid. And then Brown buries it for Aurora to give them a glimpse of hope, but not enough, because Rush would convert on their final kick from Crandall to clinch the championship and the cup. Here's a look at your full-time match stats. And even though Aurora outshot both attempts and on target, 10 attempts to 5, 3 on target to 2 compared to Rush, you can see Rush played a gritty, aggressive style, picking up 22 fouls and 1 red card in the process, but showing a lot of grit and courage in doing so, and in the end, earning Ontario soccer glory and OPDL Cup history with the 2025 championship in the U15 boys final. Back-to-back OPDL Cup wins in 2024 and 2025 for Rush Canada Soccer Academy here at the OPDL Cup Finals. Thank you again to our proud partners for today's event, our premier partners Toronto FC and the Canadian Premier League, our program partners Gatorade, as well as our premier partners BMO, and official apparel partners O'Neill's Sportswear. On behalf of our tremendous broadcast crew and all the staff and volunteers from Ontario Soccer, my name's Nico Cardarelli. It's been a pleasure being here all weekend long for you. We'll leave you with the sights and the sounds as Rush out to accept their 2025 OPDL Cup Championship, and we'll sign off one last time here this weekend. Folks, have yourselves a great rest of the weekend and take care.